Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my second update here in Ecuador. I'm going to try to be very concise today. We have a lot to cover of what I've been doing and what I plan to do, so I hope to share all of that in a reasonable amount of time. I hope everyone at home is doing well. I miss you guys and I hear it's just getting a little bit warmer now, so it's a great time for me to almost be returning. Okay. Where to begin? So for the last month I've been kind of all over. I have been continuing to work here with the church here with Andrea and Darren, and we celebrated some baptisms, which was really cool, and I'll insert some footage and videos here. Baptisms were really cool because I think a common struggle of trying to plant a church or work with churches here is just like trying to understand if people are truly repentant and if they know what it means to be a follower of Christ. It was so special to see people dedicate their lives to the Lord with sincerity, and just to get to know the church and see the group members of the church come together to support one another was really special. And then we did have a Valentine's Day conference as well. It was like a young adults conference with a couple of speakers to go over a couple of topics, but topics about love and sex and marriage and what the Bible says about it all. We spent a lot of time and effort setting up the conference, but it was on a holiday weekend and it was like downpouring. So we did not have a lot of people come, which was pretty disappointing, but that's the life of ministry, I guess. But we were able to live stream the speakers, and there were a lot of people on the live stream, so we're hoping that it impacted people in some way. But that was just something for Valentine's Day that they did here as a church, and it was really nice. So along with those kind of events, we had like normal ministry here, Sunday services, the kids ministries, teaching kids English down at the local schools, and I also got to go to a senior home, which just made me so joyful immediately. And the culture here is very much like the senior citizens are down to do anything, so they were very receptive to the craft, and we did balloon volleyball, and that was a lot of fun, and it made me really miss my residents back home as well. And okay, so that was kind of in the beginning of, or the end of February. And I also spent some time with a girl named Abby, who is an Australian SIM missionary here. She lived in Seregado for 5 years, and now she's spending some time down south, 2 hours away, in a different like province of Ecuador. And Abby's really cool. She really has a heart for Seregado, and she was staying at a house owned by OMS, which is different than OM. But there's a house here, and I was able to stay in it, and it's just in downtown Seregado. It's like 5 minutes away from where I've been staying the entire time. But it was really cool because I kind of got to follow Abby around, and she has her own connections to like ministries and local people because she's really living in the heart of Seregado. That was a really fun week. I got to meet a lot of people, practice a lot of Spanish, and I also took a clip from the house that I was staying in because it was kind of creepy. I think I talk about it in the video, but the house is like very old. And it felt like I was time traveling a little bit, so. Okay, hello and welcome. I'm currently staying in a house that used to be run by OMS missionaries, and it was built in like the 1950s by the first doctors who were here in Ecuador. So this house is it's an antique. It's a museum, and I'm staying here for like 5 days, so I thought I'd show you some of what it looks like. Number one, that I'm scared to use. This is the view. So beautiful. The house is just huge compared to like other Ecuadorian houses. That wallpaper, that's old. Bathroom, really scary. Attic, where we go up to turn on the water heater. Bathroom. Shower that doesn't work. Scary. Oh my gosh, you guys want to see something like scary? You want to see something that's really scary? So this is my room that I'm staying in, right next to it. Oh, so scary. Like, what is that? Apparently it went down to the laundry room, so they could do laundry. Just like the like look how old everything looks. Not the Adventure in Odyssey audio series. There's just like all of this old, like school stuff. Okay, so something that I wanted to show you guys. So the OMS missionaries who came here in the 1950s and built this house also were doctors. They were the first doctors, so they owned like a huge plot of land, including a clinic and a church. And so like in the house, there's all of these old like containers of medicine from the 1950s. It's so scary. And I'll show you guys. Downstairs there's like a jug with like a mysterious organ or like a tumor in it. I don't know. But apparently these boxes, they would put them on the back of a donkey. Let me show you. To carry medicine in them, and they would go to all the indigenous communities and provide like house calls. But apparently people were really skeptical of modern medicine when they first came here. It's just funny. Not funny, but you know. So this is how they work. They're like, oh my gosh, if I could even, it's hard to do with one hand, okay? So they open them up and they would attach this to the donkey, and then in here they would like store all the medicine. And they have like dolor. This one I think says like antibiotics or something. This one says hypertension. They would be like all different medicines in here, and they would just carry it, like lots of them on donkeys, and go all over, which I thought was so cool. Like, I feel like I'm truly living in a museum. I love history, so this is something that really interests me. So, yeah, lots of old books, lots of old little details. So it's been really fun. So I'm going to be touring Serigona now with Abby, and she has a lot of connections to different ministries and churches here. So I've already got to go to a church service last night, which was pretty cool, or like a Bible study. And tonight we have a women's Bible study, and we're gonna go explore some nature today before that. So hopefully I'll be able to bring my camera and show that to you guys. I don't know if I'm out of focus, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's really cool. Okay, bye. And I will be spending a week going down south to where Abby will be living for the next 5 years to see the SIM team, because it's more of like a team with SIM rather than with OM. You can be like an individual missionary anywhere. So I'm really excited to spend some time down south as well. During my time with Abby as well, me and our now friend, my friend now too, Adrian, we climbed a giant mountain that's called Puglia, and I literally almost didn't survive. Like, I almost didn't survive. It's 2 hours straight of climbing vertical. And on the way down, my legs were shaking so bad. With every step I took, I thought my legs were just gonna like collapse. Like, I didn't feel tired, but it was that my legs were shaking so much that I was scared that I was gonna slip and fall off the mountain. And the elevation is so high here that you're just like so out of breath immediately. So I have pictures and videos from that as well. That's a fun little experience. 3, 2, 1. Subimos Bugio! Algo así.
Se me ocurre una idea. A ver, siéntate al lado de Nati. Ya, voy a abrir. Sí, va.
There was also like this cultural day of Seriguro. So everyone is preparing for Diez de Marzo, which is the 10th of March, and it's a huge like Independence Day for Seriguro. So it's been really fun to see the preparations for that. Every like kid in school is practicing like a little dance, so you hear music every day for that. And also the 10 days of March leading up to Diez de Marzo is the feria. So people from all different provinces of Ecuador come and they set up like China shops basically of like clothes, shoes, bowls, like literally anything. They have concerts playing every night. They have Ferris wheels, all this thing. So they have this big fair set up for 10 days leading up to Diez de Marzo. So I went to check that out as well. I did ride on one of these Ferris wheels that go completely upside down. Like, it was just a ride shaped like a Ferris wheel. And usually I'm like, yeah, like I'll do anything. Like, it's fine, it's safe. But they have like, same with when I went to South Africa and I went on the rides, they have no like regulations here. So as I'm upside down and I hear the metal creaking, I'm literally hanging upside down and it's like, and I saw them building it like the day before, like one guy like hammering metal together. And it was in that moment that I was hanging upside down hearing the metal that I said, this was a dumb decision. Like, this was just not a great way to survive. Like, my survival instincts low. Anyways, that was fun. So I'm getting to know more of like the culture here, which is really fun. And when I was with Abby, I got to meet with someone who lives in another community, maybe like 5 minutes up the highway. And she is the only believer in her community, and she has such a heart to start ministry there. But the persecution from the Catholic Church is like insane. You guys could really be praying for that here. The Catholic Church basically threatens salvation. If people are Catholic in their family and they want to be evangelical, they literally say that they're going to hell and that they're not allowed to be buried in like the community cemetery, which promises salvation and X, Y, and Z, and you're basically just completely cut off from the community. So this woman and her family are facing a lot of persecution. Not violent, thank goodness, but it's still just really sad. And as I was sitting with her and having tea with her, she's a lovely woman. Yeah, it's just still such a hard area of the world, so lots of prayers, specifically for all of Seriguro. But yeah, so to give you guys a little like context, I guess, so Seriguro is pretty like soft ground relatively compared to other areas. So for example, where Abby, the SIM missionary from Australia, is going with her team with SIM, they don't even look at you if you're evangelical. Like they avoid looking at you because they think you have demons. So I'm excited to see kind of where, or on my trip down there for a week, to see like what life there would be like. So yeah, that's kind of my future plans and a little bit about what I've been up to. Yeah, this trip has been a lot of just observing and enjoying things, I guess. And I clearly see the need for people to be here. And at the same time, I feel like I am more and more being rooted in the fact that I'm called to serve the Lord every single day wherever I am, not just like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to serve here, I'm supposed to serve in New Jersey. It's more like I'm getting more and more confirmation that I'm just supposed to serve wherever I go. Like whoever I meet, whoever I'm in contact with, to just like make relationships and make disciples wherever I go. So that's kind of like where I am with future plans. But I have so much peace, which is such a gift from the Lord. Like in terms of like my 5-year plan, like I know I'm only 20 years old, but like still I used to be someone who was insanely worried about what I was gonna do and how am I gonna provide for myself, blah, blah, blah. Like I was just insanely worried about that all the time. And so now I'm not. And it's such a joy. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to take this season for what it is. When I go home, I kind of process through everything and take it for what it is as well. So it's kind of my plan. Is that okay if I don't know? But thank you guys again for listening in and hearing my stories and just hearing how the Lord has worked in my life and other people's lives as well. I plan to return home March 23rd. So I think this will maybe be my last video until I actually edit one at home. It's gonna be pretty busy, but so this might be my last update actually in Ecuador. But feel free to reach out via WhatsApp or email if you guys have any questions. And yeah, pray for my travels as well as I go down south. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.